Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be checking out some really neat tools from a company called Access Sights. So the two tools that we have today that we're checking out from Access Sights are this bore guide right here for like your bore brush, which you can kind of see it's got a hole through the center to allow you to basically guide your cleaning brush down through the upper receiver and into your barrel. It also has this nice little nifty solvent port here too, which lines up with your ejection port, so you can pour solvent down your barrel as well without making a big mess. The second tool we have here is the Vise Block. It's an upper receiver Vise Block. It works with the AR15, the AR10, the SR25, and the DPMS G2, which this bore guide also works with both the AR15, AR10, and the DPMS G2 as well. So let me go ahead and set this up in my vise, and I'll kind of give you guys a quick little demo of how it all works and how it goes together. So here we go. We got the Vise Block in place, and got the bore guide inside my upper receiver. Not a whole lot to really say about the Vise Block. It's a pretty simple tool, just designed to mount in your vise and hold your upper receiver while you're working on it. If you got to torque your barrel nut down, or put a handguard on, or mount your optic or whatever, it just gives you a good way to kind of fixture it so you can work on it. One thing that's kind of cool that I do like about this Vise Block is these takedown pins. Some of these Vise Blocks that I've seen, like I have another one that's nylon or Durlin or something, it's made of plastic, and this one's all metal, it's all aluminum. Their takedown pins here, which are steel, have a nice little pull tab on them, but also they use a ball detent. There's no extra clip or anything that can get lost they have to worry about. It'll keep in place real nice and just kind of pushes in and keeps everything where it needs to be. So that's one little feature I like, plus the versatility. This one's not just for the AR15, it works for the AR10, the DPMS G2, and the SR25. So, moving on to this bore guide here, as you see I kind of put it on the inside of my receiver and it fits nice and snug. One nice thing is it's got these O-rings, which don't really make a big difference, I would say, on this upper receiver because of the skeletonized effect, but it may help you from spilling some solvent inside there, depending on what angle you have it at and so forth, and which upper you're using, if you don't want to get solvent all poured inside the upper receiver. But anyway, what's nice about this tool is you have this port on the side here, which you can angle either down or through the ejection port, whichever way you want to be able to pour your solvent in. It acts as a little funnel. Of course, you want to have your upper receiver tilted down at an angle, which would make sense anyway, because then you can put your the end of your muzzle into like a bucket or a container of some type to catch your solvent, so you're not making a big mess everywhere. But it gives you a way to kind of get the solvent directed right into your barrel, which is cool. Also gives you a nice little guide, like I kind of showed earlier, how this is tapered in here and has a hole all the way through the center, so you can kind of run your brush through the back and not have to be jabbing around trying to get it lined up into the chamber and so forth. Which usually isn't a big problem, but again, it's a nice feature that this little tool does for you as far as the solvent, to be able to pour it down there a little bit easier, because otherwise you're trying to fiddle with other types of funnels and stuff, and this one's direct. I mean, it sits right down inside the chamber, already funneled in there into the barrel for you. The other thing you can do is if you tilt your upper receiver, which you would anyway, pouring solvent down the barrel, you could also pour it through the back. You can use the back of it as a funnel as well, just as long as you're aware of the angle of this port and the angle of the upper receiver, so it's not pouring out this hole there. Again, all you gotta do is basically put your brush down the center back here, and it just kind of allows you to guide it through without having to worry about scratching up the inside of your upper receiver, which usually isn't a big deal anyway, but it makes it a nice little easy way to do it, and I like the fact that it'll work really well for solvents. So very simple idea, works nice. Again, go check them out, accesssights.com. They also have a full line of sights for all types of things, your pistols and rifles and shotguns and stuff. They got some different variants of sights available for you. So check them out, accesssights.com. Until next time, guys and girls, go out and have some fun shooting.